You don't watch the brain rot of reality TV, do you? No? Maybe your mother does. Your missus does. Your sister does. All that mind-numbing dross. But there was one show that had rocket fuel. But it never really got its moment.
Out the rocket fuel into the spaceship, because we're about to blast off into greatness.
Today I'm going to be reacting to something that's so long overdue, which I've intended to do for such a long time. The Warrior Show. A 2-episode masterpiece and a style of coaching that the world really needed. Think Gordon Ramsay, maybe Simon Cowell, jacked up, face red, and absolutely fucking cosmic. Out of pure respect for the Ultimate Warrior's memory, I'm not going to go grab a beer for this reaction and homage. I had to grab my full fat milk.
I need the room numbers of IC stars. I need the room number of IC stars. Nobody fucking talks in here. What room is IC stars in?
Poor fella, don't know what's come over him. He's in the little land of Nod, and in comes the Warrior, smashing his arm on the window and being quite directive in his style of coaching straight off the bat. He's setting a precedent, it's quite clear here, and this poor fella's about to leak some data on where he can find the young hot rock stars. Where are they sleeping in the minivan? Where's he going to find them? I think it's in this one. Fuck GDPR, fuck data protection. He's just told them where he is.
IC stars. Yeah, the band. Where are they at? What room are they in? 247, 248. You sure about that? Wake up, sleeping fucking beauty! Boys, look at this fucking guy. Out fucking cold, man. I'm gonna have to drag him through his workout. Good morning, guys. It's fucking ultimate reality. Shit just hit the fan. Hey, guys! Wake up, it's time to get up, smell the roses. Oh my God, it's gonna be this hard? Let's go get some exercise. You guys gonna get up? What, got names? Devin, nice to meet you. Look, here's the deal. We're gonna start taping a television show today, and you guys are gonna participate in it. And if you go with me for about an hour and a half, you may learn something that will change your life. If you don't get your money back because you don't have to pay. Let's get up.
There's such a polarity in this scene, isn't there, between these like sleepy lads with their, you know, kind of like floppy, gothy kind of emo. I don't know what style it is at that point. In comes this geezer with a crew cut who's standing above them. He's being very directive in his language. Where is he? Where is he? Where can I see IC stars? Straight away, they're all like, oh, fucking hell, I've not come across this before. Because a lot of the creative types are very kind of like liberal in their way of thinking, in their routines and in their structure, whereas they've met this kind of, you know, really like a drill sergeant energy, haven't they? And it's great in this scene. Music accompanies it perfectly because you've got this kind of comedic kind of music going on in the background while he's ribbing them. He's absolutely ribbing them in fair play. And he's saying to them, hey, get up, and if you don't want to get up, it's on you, but you ain't had to pay, so fucking get up anyway, it's free. Coaching doesn't work if the person the other side of them is not willing to engage. It's that horse to water things that I've spoke about in other videos. One of the most frustrating elements to coaching or mentoring someone is that they have to take action themselves. But he's kind of gave them a disclaimer already, right? He's like, get up, but if you don't worry, it's no cost. It's just going to cost you perhaps in what I've got to share and tell you.
All right, we're ready to go, man. Some motherfucker having some big asshole come in your hotel room this time morning. Look at it. This guy's even giggling. And I remember the Motel 6s. Listening to some guy burp and fart all night, man, or something like that, not getting any sleep, moan and groan about something else. What we used to have to do when I first got into business, we used to drive like 300 miles a night for 50 bucks. 300 miles one way and back the same night after the show, just for like 50 bucks a night. To sleep in Motel 6s and sleep in my car a lot and stuff like that, and it's part of what you have to do, man. It may be hard for you guys to see it, but you're making an impression on a lot of different people, even at the young stage that you're at right now. And it's important to pay serious attention to that. Tell me where you're from.
I'm from actually, it's not Detroit at all. It's not too gangster. It's just a little suburb called Warren.
Oh, you're from Michigan. All you guys, oh, that's right. Part of your story is you guys dropped out of high school.
I have my diploma.
You want my advice? He's gonna fuck it up for everybody with that diploma. He's gonna think he's got all the fucking ideas, all the formulas. Okay, truth test. What's the last thing you guys ate? Because, you know, something tells me we might just find out anyway.
Potato soup, cheese quesadilla.
Oh, man. Picasso can make a painting out of that mixture. Hey, did you guys get those Home Depot buckets? Fuck, man. I hope you guys know how to use a mop. He's hardcore.
Great. See you guys. Welcome. My name is Brandon Strapetti. I'm the owner and head trainer at Rise Above Fitness. I spent a good part of the last 12 years on the road with my band Bleeding Through. One of the things that I always did on the road was keep myself in shape. There's always been that parallel of music and fitness for me, and I think it's so vital for all these younger bands to get in here and embrace a lifestyle of fitness so they can prolong their careers. Stay focused, stay disciplined, because if they stay disciplined in fitness, they're going to stay disciplined in music and vice versa.
Notoriously, we said performers can go down this cycle of excess and indulgence that ultimately robs them of their spirit, their creativity, and what they got in the game for. So very smart words by this trainer, who's only going to help here solidify that coaching message.
It's the war zone! It's the war zone! Game begins now!
All right, back here, let's go. We don't want to waste any time. Look, there are things that I want you to get out of what we're going to do today. And you may not get them like I want you to get them because you're young. It's like when I talk to my 10-year-old daughter, and I make my daughters look at me when I talk to them. They can't change the direction of their eyes. They got to look directly at me so I can see inside their soul. But I can see sometimes inside her head, she wants to start rolling her eyes when I'm talking to her in a philosophical way. You need to be here. And in your head, you're not here right now. You're thinking about a million fucking different things. You're thinking about how my face looks right now compared to the picture of the Ultimate Warrior you saw. You're thinking about you'd rather be in bed than standing out here shivering. You're thinking about what's getting ready to happen in the way that I'm going to exercise your bodies. You have got to be able to adopt that stuff.
Very interestingly, he has addressed a very important mechanism that the modern world tries to ignore. We do make judgments of people. Doesn't mean we have to sit with them judgments forever and that's kind of tarnished that person. But people do make quick assumptions and are already assessing and judging to some regard, discerning what's in front of them. And I love it the way that he's completely changed the energy. In the car, he was trying to get to know them. He was gently ribbing them. He was showing that he's got an understanding of their story, which is building that rapport. But look how he just switched that energy up straight away by asking them to be present. Just ensuring that, are you focused in on me, right? Are you dialed in? Not rolling your eyes, you know, not scrolling on your phone. How many times do we see this in modernity, or do parents see this, or have you experienced it yourself, where subtle cues of body language are conveying things that words don't need to do? He's gone from like good cop, bad cop, kiss, kick, shit sandwich kind of situation, and you could just see in the look of these lads, they're probably not used to that energy, because Warrior with his statue is pointing directly at them as he's doing it. So it's quite confrontational energy, not from a place of escalating conflict, but again, something we don't see in the modern world. As I've said in videos, if you don't sort this out when you're young, it's just going to have more ripples as you get older. But someone really addressing you in this way, I get it's for the consent of the TV show, but seldom do people come across that energy, because it has that innate shocking you back to being a child again, where you're like, oh, okay, I'm being told off here, I'm being addressed.
I want you guys to walk down to that truck. I want you to dump every fucking other idea out of your head except being here and what's going to happen in this gym. I want you to forget about the girlfriends you have. I want you to forget about your family. I want you to forget about last night's performance. I want you to forget about today's performance. I want you to forget about that you fucking don't want to be here. I want you to run hard. And on the way back, I want you to run as hard as you can. And I want the fucking camera crew in front of them. If they fall down or something, run fucking over them.
Look at the camera crew with a ring light trying to keep up with it.
Okay, camera crew's out of shape. Okay, here's the deal. I'm a fan of different kinds of music. And I gotta be honest, I listen to a variety of different stuff. And a lot of times I just like silence. And you guys can probably identify with that because you're creative people. But I like my own thoughts. I like my own ideas. Choices fucking matter. Nothing matters more than the fucking choices you make in your life. When you go in there and when you choose something to work out and exercise in, not as a team, but by yourself, pick up some weights, get on what machines you want, and let me see what your choices are. It's not about proving strength or setting any records. Your form doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be judged.
Bless him. He's not going to be judged, but I'm judging it. Bless him. Their energetic state going into this is like, you know, unenthusiastic, which I don't blame them, because they're out of routine of this, right? If you did this all the time, like early morning workouts or even just working out in general, once you got over like being woken up like that and the fight or flight of getting out of bed, you'd very much quickly switch engines and switch physiological and psychological states to kind of be like, right, I'm doing this now, right? I've got to gym, I've got to class or whatever. These lads obviously don't do this regularly, so they haven't had that physiological shift. So what you're seeing again is these people like unenthusiastically like shadow boxing, doing some like loud shit really, and then, you know, going through the motions. Just really nothing's changing in their physiological state at the moment because they're fairly new to this, and that's not worth judging. It's more of a case of look at what happens, them subtle wins when we begin something like exercising, where we actually get like incrementally better. And it might not be the gains or anything like that or the strength gains, but our aptitude to it, our mental state, as Warrior's saying. He likes the silence, a bit like the David Goggins kind of characters, right? His inner temple is important to him, and that's a big part of working out, is not to escape himself with, you know, heavy rap tunes or heavy metal, even though that's brilliant. Is actually a moment to be with himself, which is quite poetic. Then we've got the fucking comical music, man. They're like mogging on with the music. It's not fair, is it?
Exercise should be fun.
It's not when you shit at it, right? Nothing's fun when you shit at it.
No.
It's giving him a clue. He's like sitting at the squat rack like, come over here.
All right, guys, that's enough. Body, mind, and soul. Body, mind, and soul. You want to be the ultimate at what you do? You can't take any one of those three things out. Body,
Amen.
Body. This is the vehicle to take you through life. People buy a car and they spend more money taking care of their fucking car than they spend time or money taking care of their body.
Yeah, it's what
I can see it in your eyes. I can see you rolling your eyes thinking, fuck, man, I'm young, I can do anything. I can do back fucking flips if I want, man. That groupie 3 nights ago, I had her in the room, I was fucking doing her, and I was doing her fucking hard, and she was screaming and fucking yelling, and I was fucking King Kong. The day will come.
Ain't got shit on me.
And it won't be the same unless you made choices. And one of the choices is to exercise. It's about anything. It's about yoga. It's about stretching. It's about kettlebell stuff. It's about using light dumbbells. It's about flexibility. It's about those type of things. For 45 minutes to an hour a day running, it will make your life better.
What's great about this is that you've got someone who's like, assuming it's politics, because there's videos up on the internet about it, a Republican, a conservative kind of character. Oftentimes in the vernacular of the left, they kind of own this mind, body and soul model. You won't see many Republicans kind of acknowledge that element. It might necessarily be through like their faith or their religion, but it's interesting having this intense guy. He's the complete opposite of like an Osho character in the way that he conducts himself, but he's still acknowledging from the other polarity that the triad, the unity of these selves, the body self, the body's intelligence, the mind's intelligence, the soul's intelligence, or you could add emotion into that, thinking, feeling, willing. The true health and well-being, if such a thing, is not the absence of disease, but it's having efficiency, proficiency, and having all of that triad or that structure being in sync, and again, common theme, in balance. So there's no good just looking at one. It's got to look at it holistically. So who would have thought that the Ultimate Warrior is a champion of holistic health, right? Another thing I enjoyed about that little segment there is that I'm a fitness coach and have been for many, many years. And you make this habit sometimes of projecting what you like to do training-wise with like the general public, right? The difference between like public health and the health of everybody compared to your individual goals. So there's a lot of like exercise supremacy in the concepts of training, right? No, kettlebells are the best thing. No, resistance training. No, machines are bullshit. They don't work your stabilizing muscles. No, you need to do this. And I love that in that segment, he's unified holistic health and the fact that it's just about movement that becomes part of the physical, the mental, and the soul or the spirit elements of health. So bang on, mate. He's a fucking guru, isn't he? Fucking miss him, don't we? Miss him. Why is he gone?
We're gonna do a little ceremony. All right, pick up that piece of paper. Just read through it real quick. Basically, it says if I fucking kill you, then I'm not liable for it.
This is called like a PARQ, a physical activity readiness questionnaire in the UK. He's basically saying sign it, just in case you die on me.
Okay, guys, give me your paper. All right. Now, you guys put your shirts on. My attention is on you guys. Since I got home last night and I put my head on the pillow, my thoughts have been on you. About that I want you to be fucking powerful in your life. You know why? Because it makes the world a better place for my fucking kids. When somebody takes responsibility for their fucking destiny in life and they do everything they have within them, everything that God gave them. Not God through some stupid ass fucking Bible. God in the way that you feel it. God in the way that you want to inspire people. When you go out in front of those fucking crowds of people, and you young guys go all night right now making your way, that's something to fucking pound your chest about. And when you go out there again tonight, and the next night, and the next night, I want you to fucking remember that. That logo on that shirt means something to millions of fucking people all around the world. That when I was at my career, I never knew it would. And it doesn't make everybody want to get up every day and be a fucking superstar. It makes people want to get up and just get through their fucking lives. And think positively about their contributions. Now, none of you are into exercise, but you know enough about the basics. What do you figure the hardest exercise is to do?
Sit-ups. I was gonna say cardio.
Exercise, a weight exercise with the bar. Okay, let's make it more specific. What do you think? Look at me. A weight exercise with the bar.
I didn't listen to the question. Look at the look that he's got back at him. He's like, "Are you fucking for real? Like, listen to what I'm saying and exercise with a bar, jumping jacks." You know, whether you find it comical or whether you find it a bit uncomfortable. Again, it's that kind of Simon Cowell / Gordon Ramsay style, enjoying seeing people be judged or critiqued in front of ourselves. Maybe back to like public shaming that I was talking about in the last video, but maybe there's something deeper than that, because it's kind of the authenticity to say it how it is. And obviously, yeah, people can lean into it a bit like Gordon Ramsay calling someone an idiot sandwich. We've kind of drifted a little bit away from coaching, but I like what he's doing here. I really enjoy the fact that what makes this work is the polarity. He is like the manifestation of their songs, isn't he? He's like, if you had to imagine a character that was kind of birthed out of the mythology of heavy metal or screamo or whatever the fuck this shit is, then it would be the ultimate warrior with that intensity stare. But poor fucking Sid from Ice Age, like that. The bar? No, bruv, not the bar.
What do you think?
Bench press.
You, Jimmy? Bench press, sit up, pull up, or squat.
Just giving a multiple choice now.
Which one would be harder? And you're right. I've been working out for 42 years. If you could only do one fucking exercise, you do the squat. If all you did was squats, you would better yourself in the body, mind, soul. For 20 years I've been saying always believe. Every letter, every correspondence I send, everything, always believe. You know, when I did that years ago, people used to laugh. They said, well, you think you're fucking Nike? Always do the hard things in your life. Never take the easy way out. Do them with a smile on your face. You've been smiling ever since I busted in on your room this morning. You need to keep that attitude. Always do the hard fucking things.
So back to support for you.
Let's go. Give it a good go, though. Let's go.
Good job. Keep moving the whole 30 seconds. We're gonna do squats this way. You put the bar on the back, and you squat fucking down, feet flat. Like you're shitting over a hole. Like this. You keep your back straight up and down. 20 fucking reps with the bar. Now I need somebody here just doing military press. Let's go. Fuck that you can't. 52 fucking years I've been on this fucking planet. Fuck! 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 You know what they're gonna tell you when you want to go to the fucking big stadiums? 100,000 people! I fucking can't! Fuck that! Don't waste my fucking time!
One of the best scenes in, I think, would have been television, right? If the world wasn't distorted, inverted, and full of fucking, you know, degeneracy and clown world that we kind of live in, then if this was on like mainstream telly and it was kind of shown to the masses, if it got its trajectory that it would have deserved, if he would have stayed with us longer, which I don't necessarily believe. I think sometimes we're here to do what we need to do and then leave, or maybe he was murdered, we don't know. But if we would have seen this and it would have been escalated, imagine this being on television, right? This would really be, you could argue, would be as popular as something like the Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. It has that same, you know, interest in it. Not necessarily the new shit that Gordon Ramsay was doing, but that original kind of going in to solve a problem and then, you know, direct coaching in the process of it, challenging people's egos and people's short-sightedness and their lack of forethought, and he would challenge them. And it made for great television because Gordon Ramsay didn't back down, and Ultimate Warrior clearly isn't backing down, and he's not having it. I fucking can't!
This is what I fucking got, and this is what I know. You don't stay away from doing the exercises when you need to. I admire what you gave, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna run fucking sprints, and we're gonna run them fucking hard, and I don't want no dog in it. All right, get lined up. Everybody else, get the fuck out of my way. Don't stop until you fucking get to the goddamn black thing. Drop a fucking weight on your chest. That'll start things back up. Let's go.
Healthy threat of violence, absolutely fine in the right circumstance. He said in the beginning, this is just an amplified version of himself. But the intention is all rooted in like love, and it's that type of kind of masculine leadership that's truly needed for young boys, young girls, and people alike, because it's exactly what we're kind of scared of in modernity, aren't we? I'm not saying that this coaching is like, you have to do it this way. No, of course not. But doesn't it make for great entertainment, for one, that we can sit back and think, fucking hell, that was a workout. Maybe when I go to the gym tomorrow, I won't just kind of half-arse it and scroll on my phone and spend more time trying to build a playlist than I will actually working out. But it's just inspiring. If there was more of him in schools, more of him out in the community, we probably wouldn't be in this mess. Again, I love the extremity and the polarity, and what he's saying is such a poignant, strong message. Yeah, he's doing it for show. Yeah, he's shouting. Gordon Ramsay's like a nice guy, right? What are you gonna make? Okay, first of all, and then he would escalate to, for fuck's sake, come on.
Let's go, guys. Down and back. Down and back. You got one more down and back. One more down and back. There's one fucking fan in the stadium who didn't get your soul. Showing you what it takes to make them hear what you want to bring to the world. Is everybody here? You guys get over there. Great effort by you, man. I mean, fuck. You got fucking moccasins on. They told me somebody, you got the fucking moccasins. What are you guys, fucking Indians or what? But look, man, when you go through life and when you stay at fucking Motel 6, it's not like you see a lot of inspiring fucking people, you know? You know, you're sleeping two to a fucking twin-size bed. It's hard. I know what it's like. I know how hard it is to think that you fucking can be huge like fucking the bands and the mega fucking stars that you look up to. I know what that's like. I know what it's fucking like to sleep in my car in the middle of fucking winter and not have any money to eat anything except tuna fish. And to keep believing in yourself that you can fucking do huge things. And exercise will connect you to that fucking deep belief, man. It will. I appreciate that you spent your time with me today. And I'll be paying attention to what goes on with you guys in your career. Thanks again. Good job, man.
Thank you.
You know what I like too? You guys shake hands fucking the old-fashioned way. I don't know the bumping fucking shit. I guess I'll have to learn it though, huh? Good job.
Doing something active, it's very hard to be anxious and depressed, isn't it? Because if anxiety is like an anticipatory mechanism, then action is kind of like the way of addressing what the problem is. And obviously it's easy. I mean, for people that do exercise, it's like kind of like a, you know, a non-negotiable, and it's a massive staple of their life. But guys like this, ironically, you know, it's an area that they haven't refined or haven't sharpened, but they've got the best newbie gains to come, not just in physique, but where they're going to think, fucking hell, my brain's firing off and I've got all these different ideas for songs. And not just that, you know, my vocal skills have improved because my lung capacity has improved, and so many other transferable skills. What I love about this bit here is how he goes from, you know, that good cop, bad cop, rides the ebb and flow and the polarity of extremities, but in the end, it's quite a heartfelt connection that he makes of him. He isn't just being an arsehole for the sake of it. Tough love is still love, and sometimes we think we could really do with that. If you look at the epidemic of the world that we're in, we really needed more people like Ultimate Warrior. And if more shows like this were shown on TV waves and broadcasted, it would kind of raise the standard of not only our lives, but of the collective. But there's a reason why reality TV, as I said, is fucking mind-numbing dross, orchestrated shit, trying to be packaged up as if it's authentic and reality. It could not be further away from reality.
The Ultimate Warrior wasn't your everyday coach. He wasn't soft, subtle, or safe, and that's exactly what made him unforgettable. In a world full of beige advice and gently whispered affirmations, he showed up like a thunderbolt in tassels, yelling straight into your soul. This show, it wasn't just reality TV, it was reality shock. Raw, honest, unfiltered, and yeah, sometimes a bit much. But sometimes too much is what wakes people up. Not every coach should whisper, "You've got this," over a latte. Sometimes you need someone to scream, "Load the rocket fuel in the spaceship," and mean it. Warrior was chaotic, he was divisive, but he was also a force of nature and a performer unlike any other. If this had become a full show, maybe we'll all be lifting heavier, mentally and physically. And so may the gods, wherever they are, know that having the warrior in their halls is a privilege, because when he spoke, the earth didn't just listen, it shook.